Starcasting to you from the City of Angels. Hello everyone, I'm Kiris. Thank you so much for being here and listening to the Voice of Astrology podcast. This is your astrology cosmic superpower for the week beginning Sunday, December 31st, 2023 through Saturday, January 6, 2024. Let's journey together with astrology and explore how to connect with the stars, the planets, the energies for our new week and our new year ahead. On New Year's Eve, December 31st, we have a fixed star called Sirius, also known as the dog star, welcoming us with the Happy New Year. This happens every New Year's Eve when Sirius goes to its highest point in the night sky around the time of midnight. Sirius is a star of protection, benevolence. Sirius was very sacred and revered by the ancient Egyptians because when Sirius would rise over the Nile in the summertime, for the ancient Egyptians, this meant the Nile was going to rise, which meant water, agriculture, food, abundance. Sirius is also known as a rainbow bridge. It twinkles with the different colors of the rainbow and is said to be a stargate, a doorway to other dimensions. Our founding fathers here in the United States, they chose Sirius, this fixed star, aligned with the sun, as the birth date of the United States chart. George Washington's diaries, for instance, are filled with astrological notations. Sirius is also known as the sparkling one. On New Year's Eve, look to the south. When you see Orion's belt, those are the three stars that I mentioned last week that are lined up in a slant. Look south of that because Orion's belt points south to the dog star Sirius, and you will be able to see Sirius welcoming in the new year. This happens every New Year's Eve with Sirius the dog star. So Sirius is our happy New Year star that we can see every year. Also on Sunday, December 31st, we have the moon entering cool, dry, mutable earth sign Virgo, ruled by Mercury. Mercury is getting ready to station direct. The moon in Virgo is what's called mutable. Mutable signs of the zodiac have this wonderful ability to roll with things, to adapt, to make adjustments. This Sunday, December 31st, the moon in Virgo makes a square to Venus in Sagittarius, in opposition to Saturn in Pisces, and then an Earth trine flow to Jupiter in Taurus. So as Mercury is making a couple of tough aspects to Venus in Sag, Saturn in Pisces, also mutable signs of the zodiac, whatever disagreements or sudden changes, let's say people making changes of plans, then the mutables and the moon in Virgo is quite capable with rolling with the changes, rolling with the punches. The moon in Virgo making the Earth trine flow to Jupiter in Taurus, ruled by Venus, its final dispositor, is the support from the greater benefic, the kingly planet Jupiter, very favorably placed and moving direct now, Jupiter in Taurus with Venus in Sagittarius now, ruled by Jupiter. This is the support of Jupiter helping out a stressed moon in Virgo that is making the changes and the adjustments with the energy of the day. In the evening of December 31st, that is when Mercury, the ruling planet of Virgo and Gemini, but that is when Mercury stations So when Mercury stations seems to stand still from our perspective, that is when a planet, in this case Mercury, is stopping for a moment, taking a pause before it changes directions. So Mercury stations on New Year's Eve, which is take a pause. We set our intentions for the new year. Also, Mercury rules over short trips, cars, transportation. This is where the Mercury is showing that we don't have to be in such a rush to get anywhere on New Year's Eve or any other time, but this is happening on New Year's Eve. Monday, January 1st, Mercury is now direct in the sign of Sagittarius, its detriment sign. Mercury is in its shadow or storm cycle until January 7th, meaning Mercury is not fully up to speed yet, but Mercury is direct. On Monday, January 1st, we still have the moon in Virgo, its ruling planet being Mercury. The moon in Virgo makes an Earth trine flow to Uranus, the higher octave of Mercury, in the sign of Taurus. So with Mercury direct, making that supportive Earth trine flow to its higher level, its higher octave of Uranus in Taurus, trust your instincts. The moon in Virgo is the body, the instincts, what your feelings, what your gut is telling you. Uranus in Taurus are the unexpected downloads that you are receiving from a higher place that have a lot to do with your future and how you are moving and creating your future. With the moon in Virgo, Virgo being ruled by Mercury right now, it's in its detriment, is a tendency to not trust the messages you are receiving, because Mercury is the furthest away from its natural home placement in the sign of Gemini. Yet at the same time, the moon has this supportive earth, common sense, grounded, making this real, meaning earth, trine flow to the higher octave of invention and downloads, Uranus in Taurus. Taurus being Gaia, Mother Earth, something that comes natural to you, feels natural to you. You don't have to struggle or try to force to make it happen. Trust it on this New Year's Day. Tuesday, January 2nd, we still have the moon in Virgo, with the moon in Virgo making a square to Mercury in Sagittarius, then in opposition to Neptune in Pisces. Then the moon in Virgo makes a square to Mars in Sagittarius. This is a conflict in trying to balance out the small little details that mean so much with the big vision, the big dream, the bigger picture. When we look at Sag and Pisces, both Jupiter ruled, making conflicting aspects with the moon in Virgo. This can be the conflict or the upset of what small things will it take to make the bigger picture come true, the bigger dream. Then the moon in Virgo makes an Earth trine flow to Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto is the transformation, the phoenix rising from the ashes, life, death, and rebirth. And with the moon in Virgo, with an upset stomach trying to figure this all out, the moon making that Earth trine flow to Pluto, which is the death, the releasing, let it go already. Pluto in Capricorn, which is the old structures, what has been holding up the foundation, what has been holding up the building, including the building, the skeleton of your own physical body, let certain things be released so that the new downloads that you're getting can flow easily and more effortlessly through you. Later on January 2nd, the moon enters cardinal air Libra. Moon in Libra, ruled by Venus. Venus now in Sagittarius, much more favorably placed and powerful than when Venus is in Scorpio, her detriment. The moon in Libra wants to get something started. It's cardinal with ideas, concepts, communications. Wednesday, January 3rd, we have the fourth quarter moon at 13 degrees Libra with the sun in Capricorn. Now, Libra and Capricorn are both leaders of the zodiac. They're cardinals. They get something initiated and going. This square between the moon and the sun, the masculine and the feminine, the head and the heart, as we cross over into this fourth quarter moon cycle, 13 Libra, this is when the fourth quarter to new moon is a cycle of the moon that is inner, reflective, contemplation. It's a preparation for the action taken at the time of the new moon coming up in the sign of Capricorn. Things are to be released, we could say cleared away, like pulling up the weeds in the garden. Those things have to go so that new things can grow and evolve. The conflict or the square, which prompts us towards action between Libra and Capricorn, is the conflict of balancing out relationship and marriage with career goals and achievements. The moon is what we need to be calm, to feel fulfilled, content, satisfied in life. And when it's involved with Libra, which will always put love and relationship first, that moon in Libra, making the square aspect to the sun in Capricorn, which is the goals, the achievement, the status, respect, and achievement in the world. This is the fourth quarter moon cycle of balancing out and working through balancing the relationship and the career goals. Capricorn is a very traditional sign of the zodiac. Capricorn is very traditional when it comes to their home, family, and marriage. But Capricorn is wired in such a way that they strategize and plan the next achievement and goal and how to work in a very down-to-earth practical way to get there. Capricorn is very political. So the working out, the blending and bringing into harmony, how you balance the work, life, marriage relationship is the forefront of this fourth quarter moon at 13 degrees Libra. Libra will go for love first. Capricorn will go for career goals first. Libra, being a cardinal air sign, needs to be able to balance everything out, and also because at the end of the day, even though there are times when it doesn't seem like it, Libra wants everything to be fair. So when Libra is discussing and or negotiating a situation like what do we do with marriage and work-life balance, Libra will want to look at all different sides to the story and situation so that everything is considered before the final balance and decision. This can make Libra appear to be argumentative when they're actually not. They're just trying to look at all sides of a situation. The Capricorn is more, as an earth sign, what is the bottom line? What is it going to take to make everything come out harmoniously? Capricorn is so busy and in demand all of the time career-wise that unlike the Libra that wants to take as much time as possible to look at all the different angles of a situation. Capricorn is more likely to schedule the meeting of this type of discussion. I've heard of this. I'm sure you have as well. Also, on January 3rd, we've got the moon in Libra making a very lovely, favorable sextile aspect to its ruler, Venus in Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter. Very nice, potentially very romantic, and certainly helps out with the moon-sun square in Libra and Capricorn. Thursday, January 4th, we have Mars entering its exaltation in the sign of Capricorn. Mars takes about 2 years to go back to the sign of Capricorn. When Mars enters its exaltation in Capricorn, this is the cosmic power, the power you have to set the goal, see the bullseye in the target, and go for it. This is a very forceful and powerful placement for Mars, which is the lesser malefic, Mars being the planet that just cuts through things to achieve the goal. Mars also has to do with physical health. It rules over the blood, muscles, athleticism. So if you have been feeling lethargic with all of the retrogrades we've been dealing with, and now we're starting off the year with all systems go in a certain sense, especially now with this Mars going into its exaltation, then getting your health more vital, more energized, setting the goals and going for them. This Mars entering Capricorn during the fourth quarter moon, that Mars helps to cut away certain things that need to be released at this time. You could think of it as Mars tilling the soil as you're planting the seed. And that is also what Mars rules over, the equipment and the things that do pull up the poisonous weeds, that do till the soil to help make it more conducive for seeds to be planted and grow. January 4th, we still have the moon in Libra ruled by Venus, making an inconjunct to Neptune in Pisces. Libra and Pisces, those two signs are very harmonious with each other, and they're two signs of the zodiac that want beauty. They want things to be magical and enchanting. Libra and Pisces are both about the artistry, the art of life. Whatever it is that you are doing, or whatever your new career goal is with this Mars now exalted in Capricorn, Libra and Pisces want the dream, the vision, Neptune and Pisces, what you need emotionally, moon in Libra. They want it to be raised to the level of an art form. Anything that has to do with beauty and art with this aspect, and anything and everything in life, including marriage and relationship, by the way, can be raised up to the level of an art. We could also say life itself is an art. The art of living, the art of knowing how to live. Friday, January 5th, Venus's day, we then have the moon falling into the sign of Scorpio. So when the moon is in her fall in Scorpio, which is ruled by Mars, we have the moon in Scorpio making a sextile aspect to Mars exalted in Capricorn. The moon makes a water trine flow to Saturn in Pisces, and then the moon makes an opposition to Jupiter in Taurus. These aspects connect to conflict having to do with finances. Taurus being my money, my goods. Scorpio being joint finances. Now, fixed signs of the zodiac, unlike the mutables that roll with the punches, fixed signs of the zodiac do not change. They are fixed, very stubborn. They won't budge. So this Friday, when these aspects are happening Even the moon in Scorpio, making that water trine flow to Saturn in Pisces, is the ease of escape if we're not careful about it. Saturday, January 6th, we have the moon still in Scorpio, making a sextile aspect to the sun in Capricorn. Now, the sun in Earth Capricorn brings a certain level of stability, but then the moon in Scorpio makes an opposition to Uranus, higher octave of Mercury in Taurus. This opposition aspect, which is a separation, a divorce aspect, that's the planet Uranus. This can be a potentially really lucrative and good financial deal that's been on the table. The moon making this opposition to Uranus in Taurus could end the deal very abruptly, explosively, and suddenly, if we are not aware and careful about what emotions are contributing and influencing the situation on this day. This is why we would want to know what the cosmic superpowers and energies are doing as a way of spotlighting, shining a light on things going on when perhaps you're out of sorts emotionally. You may not be feeling at your best with the moon in Scorpio, and it doesn't have to be a sudden ending disruption if we are aware that our emotions are influencing the actions. There isn't anything up in the cosmos forcing you, making you do anything. The superpowers of the cosmos are shining a light, a spotlight, highlighting certain energies that are interplaying with each other, and as beings that are connected to the natural world and the energies, we would want to be aware that this might not be the best time to have a money conversation or whatever the situation is for you. It can wait. We're just getting into the new year. We're just having planets move up to speed and certain things that are saying, yes, go for it. Know that fourth quarter moon to new moon is the decreasing, the lessening of the light of the moon. It's more about letting go, and it's an inner contemplative time as we approach this new moon in Capricorn coming up. Everything is connected, and when we move with the flow of the natural world around us, our own inner rhythms, the natural flow of the cosmos, it just makes it clearer and easier on you than if we try to go against the flow of the tide of the energies and the cosmos. Happy New Year to you all. I wish you all the best in this coming new year. Thank you. I will see you all in the stars.